If there's one thing we've learned about business and life, it's that people are the X factor. They constantly surprise us, both in amazing ways and not so much. We're Ben and Sia, and welcome to the Gnaw on This Business Bites podcast. This show is all about real life things we all deal with every day, how they relate to business, and how to make some sense out of our daily chaos. Welcome to the show. And welcome back to another episode of Gnaw on This Business Bites. I'm Ben. This is Sia. And this week, Sia and I thought we'd have a conversation about business cards or no business cards. You know, I'm old school. I am the Gen X. I fully admit it. I've got 1,000, 1,500 business cards sitting in boxes in my office. And when I go to events and when I go to trade shows and marketing events, I give people a business card. For me, it's a cultural thing. For me, it's a communication. It's an icebreaker. It's a way to get people's attention, and it's a way to get their information. So that way that I've got something that I can write a note on and be able to remember who the heck I was talking to at the end of the night. So I know I'm a dinosaur. I understand that. I embrace my dinosaurdom, but I want to know, why are people moving away from business cards? Why are people going to the fact where, well, I can just tap somebody's phone and I have all their information. I go, yes, but you've also got 3,500 contacts in that phone right at the moment. And how are you going to remember who are the people that you actually met that night? And how are you going to remember 2 days later to follow up with that person, even though you have their information within your phone? So, Sia, that's my thought process on this. I'd love to hear you know on it.
Well, as a fellow Gen Xer, I'm on the opposite spectrum from you.
Of course you are.
And I am all about no business cards. I can't stand business cards. I don't follow through when I get business cards. I lose 90% of business cards I receive, though I intentionally have like a spot in like a purse or whatever. The problem is I'm not constantly carrying my purse with me. So no, I am so anti business cards because I end up losing the contact information, and it is no fault of anyone but my own. And it's just my lack of organizational brain, if you will, but that's just how my brain functions. So I know this is always connected to me. So when I connect with someone, I will use applications. There are tons of contact applications, CRMs that are on the phone where you'll know people you've made connections with 24 hours, 7 days, 2 months ago. So you can track it that way without the stress of, holy crap, business cards, right? Like, this is from, I don't even like know when I saw these people. So, but it's sitting on my desk if I got to figure out somehow, remember them, right? So no, I 100% believe in this. I believe platforms like LinkedIn, for example, right? You just scan QR code, scan it. And on LinkedIn, you'll know all your recent network connections you made. Just go down that list, boom. And you're connected on not only their personal information, but also on a social media platform. And that's where, to me, I'm a huge social media person, right? So, and I build relationships through social media, particularly LinkedIn. So sorry, Ben, I won't call you a dinosaur, but I will say if that method works for you, continue to do so. I'm just saying nowadays, the people that I network, and obviously as a chair of Glow, I host monthly meetups and all that stuff. And the shift to the phone is very strong.
I get it. I have a CRM. All my contacts are in Outlook on my phone. I get all that. My challenge is when you're in a networking situation where you're in the heat of the battle, you know, it's so much easier for me to grab a business card, write the date on it, write, you know, 2 sentences to say, what did I hear about that? Put it in my pocket. And then at the end of the day, sit there and say, yeah, no. Yeah, okay, that person I need to follow up with. No, yes. Instead of having an extra 50 people in my phone that, quite honestly, I'm never going to contact, but I felt obligated to, because it was a convention that we were going to tap each other's connections, that somebody all of a sudden is taking up space in my CRM. And when you start looking at things that way, I want to have the ability to be able to control who actually becomes part of my network in the long run and who doesn't. And I want to be very conscious about it. And I find that in a lot of these situations, you say, "Oh yes, okay, I'll tap your phone and I'll get it." And so all of a sudden, I've got an extra at the end of the night, 30 to 50 or 75 people sitting in my CRM that I don't remember who these people are. I don't know why we connected. I don't know why I'm supposed to connect with these people back in the first place. Instead of having 2 or 3 people that I'm sitting there going, "Yeah, I've got their business cards. I need to call them tomorrow." Because those are the people that are critical to follow up with.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I would say with a CRM, obviously, if you're active with it and you update it accordingly, if you're looking at it daily, then you'll know all the the names that you pop up. Because, like I said, there's timestamps typically of when you merge contacts in. And like I said, LinkedIn, I will typically LinkedIn connect with someone before I put them into any level of CRM. That's my choice to input them in. But LinkedIn, because it's a social media platform, I don't mind connecting with everybody on LinkedIn because I will connect and talk to people, the one that matters, right? If they want to follow me, follow me. But you know what I also do? And maybe it's just me, but I take selfies. I will take pictures with people. We'll exchange phone numbers and I'm going to be like, "Hey, Ben." And then there's a picture of you and me. And then now we know that we are connected. And it's like, there's a reason, right? Now, granted, the selfie people are the ones where I genuinely were like, we are going to connect. You know what I mean? So I think this conversation of business card or no business card really boils down to what method works for you.
Exactly.
Right? Now, just because you're a card giver, right, doesn't mean I don't have an ability to communicate with you, right? I may not have a card to give you, but give me your card. That's fine. I may just do the selfie but we will connect because if you want to connect with someone, there's a will, there's always a way, right? I do like the cultural, like, and I know we were talking about the Japanese a while back, but I do love and it's Asia, I think in general, where you do the 2-hand give.
Exactly.
Like, I love that little bit of it. But it's not enough for me to understand that my ADD brain will remember that. I like the motion. I don't know what to do this afterwards, right? Like, Bill King. Yeah, this is a really old business card that has been sitting on my desk for years. I haven't talked to him in a while, but still, you know what I mean? It's
But you also, as you said, it's got to be a method that works for you.
right.
You got to be brutal with your business cards. You got to sit there and say, who do I want to connect with? Who do I want to delete?
So let me ask you this:
Yes.
have you ever so business card or no business card? What are your thoughts on the people who spam business cards at you at a networking meetup?
Oh, they drive me crazy. They absolutely drive me crazy. You can tell the people in the room that are there to get as many business cards as possible. I look at the Chamber of Commerce's and the Board of Trades and stuff like that, and it's just like salespeople trying to sell salespeople, and everybody's trying to get everybody else's card. And there's 9 times out of 10, I'll say I have 3 cards in my wallet. I can't give one to you. And I'll say that, because, or I have 2 different levels of cards. One that I give out that just has my name on it, and one that has my contact information on it.
Oh, look at you, sneaky Vicky.
Absolutely. Because here's the thing. I don't want everybody to have my private number. I don't want everybody to have my private email account. I want the people that are valuable to have it. And maybe that's me being a little bit of a snob, but there's only so many hours in my day, and there's only so many people that I can help. And my attitude is, being everybody's friend doesn't do me any good.
No.
As you said, as many people as they want can follow me on LinkedIn. I'm honored. I truly am. I'm honored if you feel like you want to hit the follow button and follow me on LinkedIn. But the number of people that I have on social media as actual connections are way smaller than the number of followers that I have.
There's a theory around that too. Like, I was like, there was, oh gosh, what's the person's individual? There's a gentleman that just gave a discussion on Glow. Oh my gosh, I see his face and I'm drawing a blank on his name. Sorry, sir. And he was even a guest for my chapter in Dallas, but I couldn't make my own event. Anyway, I digress. He actually said, choose your connections wisely. People can always follow you. And I wish I had known him before, because I just connected with everybody, right? Just like, oh, I didn't know at the time. I didn't even think about the difference between followers and connections. So
Yeah.
I am much more particular about that. So, I mean, that's why I push towards LinkedIn, right? Because you don't always get their contact information, right? It's a
Exactly.
social media connection, if that makes sense.
I heard the
So,
best thing about followers the other day, before I forget this. It says on Twitter, Kentucky Fried Chicken follows 9 people.
yeah,
6 people named Herb
yeah,
and the Spice Girls.
yeah.
So
the
they have
Spice Girls.
11 herbs and spices.
Yeah. No, I love that. I love that. And I think that it's okay to not always connect with someone. You can follow, you can still chat up with each other. And if you pay for like premium or whatever, I think it's the thing about business card or no business card. I think is that, again, however works for you and your organizational skills, right? And your brain. I'm a visual person. So like I said, I will do selfies with people, and it's just a way for me to kind of make that extra connection. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But again, going back to the card spammers, holy smokes. Can I just give one bit of advice, people? Same concept. If you find it annoying that you're just walking around and someone's just giving you like everyone like their card and not having any deeper or meaningful conversations, that's exactly how I feel about people who spam me over DM. I'm just saying.
Exactly.
It's the same freaking thing. Like, someone connected that I thought was interesting. First thing they sent me was a bot that said, "Hey, I noticed you're a podcast producer and a podcaster as well. I can improve your numbers." And I'm like, you know nothing about me.
Mm-hmm.
Or even more fun is, "Hey, I see you've got a podcast. Hey, we produce podcasts and we can do it better for you." And I'm like, well, thanks for calling me and my baby ugly.
That's right.
And my business ugly.
Look at my business. Look at what I do for a living before you start spamming me.
Yeah, no, but
Totally get it.
But I think that's where that whole business card, no business card sometimes too is, when you do change up the format, the tool. So like I said, like say, oh, let's connect on LinkedIn, for example. I think it slows down the card pushers, because it makes them go, oh, wait a second, you want something different from me, not my just paper pushing in your face kind of thing.
And some people may say that the card pushers are all sitting there saying, how many people can I tap? How many people can I tap on a phone and then go and spam? Then I have a ready-made list that I can spam them on a daily basis. So, you know what? It can go both ways. And as you said, it's got to be the system that works for you. And I think that that's what we need to be thinking about. So let's leave it there. I think this has been a great thing to gnaw on. I'm Ben. This is Sia. We'll see you soon.
Hey. Thanks for listening to another episode of Not On This, Business Bites. If you liked what you heard, we most humbly ask that you like, share, and hit that subscribe button. And if you want to communicate more effectively within your organization, contact Ben at yourbrandmarketing.com or me at brilliantbeammedia.com. We can help you build your community, brand awareness, and personality through digital content and podcasting. We cannot wait to hear from you. So see you next week for another episode of Not On This, Business Bites.